Welcome in, everybody. We have a lot to get to today as the Midland RockHounds will take on the Corpus Christi Hooks with Israel Benitez on the mound for the Hooks. These are very important games at the end of the AA season, and Julio Nivar in the top of the first inning puts one in the left center field gap. That's going to get some guys rolling around the bases and drive home an RBI for the first run of the game for Midland. Brings up Frankie Miller, and he takes one deep to left field. No data about it. It is gone. Holy Toledo. And Frankie Miller's one of our guys we are really excited to see come up to the majors at some point. He's hit 30 bombs in AA this year. Pedro Chavis is the starter for the Midland RockHounds, and this one having a bit of a rough year, but gets out of the first inning relatively easy against the Hooks. Not till the fifth where he gets in big trouble, and Duri Carrasco hits one over the right field wall. That one is gone. That's his sixth home run of the season, so you see how well Frankie Miller is doing when another team's power hitter only has 6. Freddie McGregor coming into the game, though, 14 of 17 on his save opportunities for this season. Only has a 1-run cushion here. Gets the strike, but hurt on the play. So he is coming out. And Robbie Sanchez, the 18-year-old, coming in to try to close this thing down. Duri Carrasco hit a home run earlier, and he gets the best of Robbie Sanchez, hitting one over the right field wall again. So his 6th and 7th bombs of the year coming in this one to get the Hooks tied up. Frankie Miller in the top of the 10th inning as this one goes into extras, hits it into center field. That should drive home the leading run, and it does, 6-5. Ty Brown coming in to pitch for the Hooks, a 1.89 ERA on his regular season, and Frank Rivas hits one into right field. That'll drive home another, make it 7-5 RockHounds. So barely legal coming into this game. 3.41 ERA in his 31 games pitched, facing Jim Haley, who takes one into right field. Haley, this is going to attempt to score a run over from third, and it is home as the throw was not in time. Jamie Westbrook hits one over to Gomez, going for the double play ball, and completed to get the RockHounds a very dramatic victory. 7-6. Robbie Sanchez picks up a win, the 18-year-old. Barely legal with his 3rd save of the year. Brings us to the final game of the regular season, RockHounds and the Hooks. If the RockHounds win this game, they'll win their division, and it's Alex Santos on the mound for the Hooks, and it is Frankie Miller taking one to right field, driving home the game's first run. Lieutenant Dan is going to be the starting pitcher, 3.44 ERA, 12-7 on the regular season. Derek Hall takes one out to left field. This is Baker, who's going to make the catch, try to throw home, and that is way off. So we got a tie ball game. Derek Hall again trying to provide more trouble as Rivas ranging back to make the play and does for the second out. But look at this. Guy from second going all the way to third, all the way around third to home to take the lead for the Corpus Christi Hooks. Derek Hall again in the bottom of the 5th. More trouble from this guy. The sacrifice fly and then the double here in the gap to get him 2 RBIs there. So 3 total for him. Here's Roderick Smith coming into the game. 2.60 ERA on his regular season, facing Jim Haley, and Haley takes this one out to right, and Cavilla cannot get over there and make the catch, and it is a 5-1 game for Corpus Christi. Julio Nivar at the plate. Nivar takes it out to right, pulling that thing over the right field wall. Goodbye. You thought Frankie Miller had a lot of bombs? Nivar hit 35 home runs this year in AA. Here's Amish Butter Churn, and he is the last hope, and that hope has died as it's a 6-2 win for the Corpus Christi Hooks. So who knows what's going to happen, because all kinds of rules have changed There will not be a game 163 or the equivalent in this AA season. The Aviators do win their division at 90-60. They will be taking on the Isotopes in the playoffs. And the RockHounds finished the second half at 42-27. They won their division in the first half of the season, so they will make the postseason. They're going to be taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks again. So AAA taking on Albuquerque, and there is AA taking on Corpus Christi in a 5-game set. We just played 6 against them and lost 4. But first, we're going to take a look at the PCL Championship, the Pacific Coast League, and Ryan Dwyer, I believe that's one of you subs out there, 6'3", 181, 21-year-old pitcher going up against Chris Bryant. That's right, the Chris Bryant, getting him to line out for the final out of the top of the first. JT Ginn, former Oakland Athletic, 2-run home run is hit for Albuquerque. And JT Ginn starting out with 2 on, 2 out, and he gets Kenny Reyna swinging. Albuquerque up 2-0. Here's Gilberto Ramos swinging and missing against Bope Buttersworth. Buttersworth had a tough beginning to his day, giving up a couple of runs, but here's Reyna throwing out the batter to get us through the middle of the 4th. Bucky Carver, remember him? He was up in the majors when we badly needed him, but here he is hitting bombs at AAA. Bucky Carver cutting the lead in half with his first home run of the postseason, obviously, 425 feet. Here's Joshua Baez. He was hitting home runs in the World Series and stuff last year, and here he's getting one off the wall to score not only 1 but 2 runs and take the lead 3-2. Colby Gaynor Jr. takes one into the left center field gap, and that is going to bring some more runners around the bags and another run home, 4-2. Jeremy Johnson is another guy we're hoping does big things at the major league level, but here, a bloop single's good enough to get an RBI. Kevin Hairston hits one really hard out into the left center field gap. That's over the wall for a 2-run shot. Kevin Hairston with a big 377-foot bomb. In a 7-2 game, Jebediah Pimpersheem in the top of the 8th. Gets the fly out in right field. Baez can't get the throw down in time, as that'll make it 7-3 for Aaron Shunk, and he hits this one out to center. Look at the mighty meatball go back there and make the grab as the Aviators win the playoff game 7-3. Pimpersheem's excited about it, as is everybody on the Las Vegas Aviators, because they get to go to another national championship game. They'll be taking on either the Knights or the Clippers, and we will find out who. It is the Charlotte Knights, and we will go right into that game at All-American Park. Like I said, a lot to get to today. Kirby Zager, he's had a bad regular season for the Charlotte Knights. He's their starter in this one. Kevin Hairston early on, taking it out to right field, over the glove out and right, and an easy RBI for him to start this thing off. Cody James, the pitcher for Vegas, he gets a strikeout to end the first, and Khalil Watson cannot believe it. Here's Pedro Molina swinging and missing, and that will end the second inning. Cody James starting off really well. As a matter of fact, didn't get bad till the 7th. He's still in there. He gave up a solo shot, but he gets the strikeout, gets through 7. We get all the way into the 9th at 1-1. Bucky Carver can't get it done, and it's Oswaldo Trujillo coming into this game. The 19-year-old, another guy we have high hopes for in the bullpen. He gets Ken Cowan, striking out. Then Khalil Watson again, and he strikes out again. Extra innings at the AAA Natty. Here's Jeremy Johnson hitting a long ball, and you can tell that one's got a lot of juice on it, all the way out in the stands in right field. A big bomb from Johnson, and that puts the Aviators on top. A 444-footer. That thing was demolished. Damon Lucero, it is his job to close this thing out. The 25-year-old closer. He has not been up to the majors just yet, And this one's out to center field. Joshua Baez with a nice catch for out number 1. Ken Cowan, though, has been having a horrible day, but he gets the single into center. Baez can't make the throw in time, so it's a 1-run lead. Khalil Watson hits this thing into the left center field gap. And Baez trying to cut it off. He does, trying to get it in. And unfortunately, a slow player is able to make it all the way home and tie it. So now an X-ray is going to be needed on Ken Cowan for the slide into home. He comes out of the game. Jay Jacobson, former Oakland A's minor league player, walks. And now Jackie Zito hits a blooper into right field in front of Juan Oliveros, and the run comes home. Charlotte Knights walk it off in extra innings after a 3-1 deficit. What a comeback, and what disappointment again for the Aviators, losing another national championship game. They have yet to win their AAA championship, but the Midland RockHounds, you guys know as well as I do, have won 3 of their first 4 seasons in this franchise, and Albert Ragsdale would like them to win again. Colin Barber up at the plate in the top of the 6th in the scoreless game. Gotta concede the run, though. Here's Fernando Uribe in the bottom of the 6th with 2 on. He takes Enrique Gonzalez deep as Uribe hits an absolute bomb. He is the very powerful first baseman that really is only in the 50s and overall right now, so he's got a lot of growing to do. Freddie McGregor, the 20-year-old closer, he has been obviously more reliable than Damon Lucero was at AA, but here's Jerry Carrasco again. Remember him, and don't forget him because he is killing us with the Corpus Christi Hooks. He's got 2 postseason home runs, which means that he's hit another one in this series. This is a closeout game, by the way, and there's Charlie Street making the catch. 1 down. Can Freddie McGregor get it done? Derek Hall's been annoying for this Corpus Christi Hooks team. He gets thrown out for out number 2. Here's Jim Haley now. He's even had a couple of big hits. This one's dribbled. McGregor gets there quickly, throws on to first, and gets him as the RockHounds get the win in the closeout game number 5. 2-2 series, and the RockHounds get it done 3-2, and they will move on to their championship in the Southern Texas League. Need to see what they can do going forward, but a big performance and clutch performance at the end of that game. They will be taking on the Travelers in the Texas League Championship Series on their quest to win 4 of the first 5. Now, the final game of the season for the Oakland Athletics, looking to sweep the Seattle Mariners in a game of the week situation. Yuri Perez has had a rough year all year. He's 12-11. Logan Gilbert, another young pitcher with a rough year. He was 13-9 with a 4.45. Cal Raleigh in the top of the 4th gets a base hit in a 1-1 game. Raleigh finds himself safe at first, and look how slow, but he's able to make it in. It's a 2-1 game. Later, it's 2-2 in the bottom of the 7th, and there's Evan Carter getting it past the second baseman and making it an easy score. 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th, but it doesn't stop there. Shea Langoliers with a base hit into center field. That brings home 1, getting a little greedy for 2, but it works out as the A's go up 5-2, and then, hey kids, it's time for Class A. He's 50 of 59 in his save opportunities so far this season. And on a full count, out to Luis Ariz. I don't know why he's playing left field. There's a 100-mile-an-hour cutter on Ronald Guzman. He gets a strikeout there, and then Cal Raleigh cannot get a big base hit, and Clase just blows away the Mariners' order in his inning to get his 51st save. Michael King goes 5-2. He picks up the win in this one, while Gilbert had the loss, and the A's will finish 102-60 to take on the winner of the wild card playoff game. So while the A's aren't playing, the Midland RockHounds are. They will be playing the Arkansas Travelers. So in the next episode, we will get that entire series as well as ALDS game number 1, so don't go anywhere. But for now, we look at the standings as the Baltimore Orioles win the American League East and the Yankees still can't make the playoffs. The White Sox win the Central at 78 and 84. Can you believe that? The Athletics win at 102 and 60 in the West. The Angels, the Mariners, and the Rangers will all be making the postseason. So it is very AL West heavy. The Phillies will win the National League East at 98 and 64. Marlins, Mets, and Braves all making the postseason as well. So the NL East looking like our AL West. The Cardinals win the Central at 500, and in the West, there they are, the big bad Padres, who beat us in the World Series last year. Best team in baseball, so they will be the 1 seed. Phillies will be the 2 seed, and over in the American League, we are the 1 seed with the Orioles as the 2 seed. So this is going to be fun. Arkansas Travelers, Midland RockHounds. We will find out who the A's will take their shot against in the next episode. If you guys are enjoying, make sure you go ahead and drop a like. Keep sharing the videos everywhere you can. You may not think it helps, but it really does. And thank you to everybody for your support, and especially channel members for going above and beyond in that support. If you'd like to see more videos, click right here to see some more. And in case nobody's told you guys today, I love you, FG fam.